So this video is related to geometry and perimeter and area. So first we'll look at rectangles and just a review on how to calculate the perimeter and area of a rectangle. So let's draw one out. And I know that these sides are the same length and these sides are the same length. So the perimeter of a rectangle, and actually the perimeter of any polygon, so any shape with straight sides, will just be the sum of all the sides. So with a rectangle, if I call this side the length and this side the width, my perimeter will be 2 times the length because I have two sides that are L, and then plus 2 times the width because I have two sides that are the same measure W. Okay, so say for example I had my length was equal to 5 centimeters and my width was equal to 3 centimeters. Then my perimeter would be equal to 2 times 5 plus 2 times 3. So that's 10 plus 16, 10 plus 6, which is 16 centimeters. Okay, and then to calculate the area of a rectangle, so area of a rectangle is length times width. Okay, so if I use the same measures that I have on the left-hand side, so my area of that rectangle would be 5 times 3. So it will be 15 centimeters squared. So remember to put the squared on your units when you're talking about area. Okay, let's look at circles next. So just a reminder, if we draw out a circle, we need to know some terminology. So say I have my center of my circle there. If I have a line going through the center of the circle, say that's A and B, then AB is a diameter. And then if I have a line coming from the center of the circle to any point on the edge of the circle, that will be a radius. So C to D is a radius. I also have that A to C would be a radius and B to C as well. So any line that's going from the edge of the circle to the center would be a radius, and any line that's going from the edge of the circle to the other edge of the circle passing through the center will be a diameter. Okay, so we have a special name actually for the perimeter of a circle, so it's called circumference. Okay, so the way you calculate the circumference of a circle is it's equal to pi times the diameter, or because the diameter is twice the radius, I can write it as 2 pi r because 2 times r is the same as the diameter. Okay, so to calculate circumference I could either use diameter or radius. So let's say I had a circle where my diameter was equal to 10 meters. So the circumference will be equal to pi times 10, or just 10 pi meters. Okay, and it's nice to leave your answer just in terms of pi, so you leave it as an exact answer. Okay, to calculate the area of a circle, so area is equal to pi r squared. So to calculate the area, I need only the radius. So let's say again, I was given the diameter was 10 meters. Well, the first thing I need to do is find the radius from that, so I need to cut it in half. So the radius will be equal to 5 meters. So then plugging that in, I'll have area is equal to pi times 5 squared, which is 25, or 25 pi meters squared. Okay, lastly, let's look at triangles. So for the perimeter of a triangle, because you just add all the sides together, because it's a straight-sided figure, a polygon, we're just going to add all the sides together to figure out the perimeter. So add all sides. Of course, if it's an equilateral triangle where all the sides are the same length, you can just take one of the sides and multiply it by 3 to find the perimeter. But let's say it's not. Let's say we have a scalene triangle, so this side is 5 meters, this one is 2 meters, and this one is 6 meters. So then the perimeter would be equal to 5 plus 6 plus 2. So that's 11 plus 2, which is 13 meters. Okay, and then the area of a triangle. So area is equal to base times height divided by 2. So looking at a triangle, we need to just figure out what is the height. That's where it gets a little bit tricky. So if I have a right angle triangle like this would be my base and this would be my height. So I would take whatever the measure is for my base, multiply by the height, and then divide it by 2. So let's say the base was 5 meters and the height was 2 meters. So then the area of this triangle would be equal to 5 times 2 divided by 2. So that would just be equal to 5 meters squared. Okay, if I have a triangle that looks something like this, to find the area, I still need the base and the height. So this along the bottom here is the base, but then the height is always the perpendicular height. So in a right triangle, we do have a side that is the perpendicular height, but in a triangle that's not a right triangle, we need to maybe find it. So this would be the height that I'm referring to. So again, let's say that we were just given these measures. So this was 6 centimeters and this was 3 centimeters. So then the area of this triangle would be 6 times 3 divided by 2. So that's 18 divided by 2, which is 9 centimeters squared. So you may have to use Pythagorean theorem or something like that in order to find the height if it's not given to you, the perpendicular height, if it's not a right triangle that you're dealing with. Okay, that's it. Good luck with the assignments. Thanks for watching.